All right, so we're about to get this started now. We're in the top 4 finalists of this Carom B Championship. And we're looking at Ertan TARHAN versus Alan Castillo. I notice his name's omitted here from the top 4 of the bracket, but Ertan TARHAN did defeat Craig Powers. And he advances on to play Alan Castillo, which is the match you're about to see, folks.
I see Joe D'Amato is already taking care of business over there on table 6 with Tung Win. And he's on a run, he has 1 point and is on a run of 3, I believe.
Ertan TARHAN and Alan Castillo are beginning right now.
Will be a great match.
Yes, it will.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Well, here it is. We're here. Ayrton on the right side, defending amateur champion Alan Castillo on the left side, makes it to the top 4 of this 48-player bracket. So here we are, quarterfinals, right?
Correct.
Alan Castillo wins the lag, and he'll break off.
Ertan actually won the leg.
Oh, did he? I'm sorry. I'm looking at other video.
We don't want to be accused of fake news here.
That would never happen.
Ertan scores.
Well, let me ask you this: who do you like here? I mean, well, we saw Alan take off in his last match.
It's a tough call. It's a tough call. I know that Ertan has a lot of skill, and if defense comes into play, I think he might have the nod defensively over Alan. And so unless
that was short.
Unless there's frequent near misses like that, which are reasonably rare for Ertan.
Okay.
He's probably incrementally a better favorite, but incrementally is small.
Right, right.
And then there's another factor here. Hate to beat a dead horse with this, but Alan, being the Green Bay Packer fan, has yellow balls, so that could be inspiring.
I just feel like Alan's hungry. You know,
without a doubt.
I just feel like he's
as I mentioned earlier,
even though he's a winner from last year, I feel like he's hungrier.
He has a plan, and he has
he's got the nerve.
He has a constitution to live with it, and pull it off, I believe. So.
Yeah.
Ertan's not. If Alan wins, it's not going to be a gimme any stretch of the imagination. He doesn't always win, but he never loses by much. So.
You sound like you speak from experience on that.
Well,
have you played Alan several times?
I think I've only played Alan. Maybe I played him in this event last year, and not sure how I did against him. But and then I played him in a handicap tournament in Chicago in October. He was in our bracket, but that was. I was in neither of those events was I any putting him in any danger.
Yeah, yeah.
I think he's going to go off the right side of the red and try to back up into the white after coming up extremely short on the left side long rail. And that was a shot. The ball's fairly big, but there's a lot of room for error as well. when you shoot that shot. The other finals match, Joe D'Amato and Tung Nguyen. Joe is ahead at the moment, 3-2 in 3 innings, and Joe is at the table.
Ayrton pulls off a good shot. Missed the kiss there. Quick look over there. Joe D'Amato grinding it out right now. Battling out with Tung Nguyen.
Excellent shot.
Yeah.
Joe's kind of like a street fighter of billiards. So,
the street fighter of billiards. Interesting.
He's kind of,
that's a good shot. A little long.
mm-hmm.
A little long. That ball kind of took off on the third rail there.
I think Alan will go
Alan's
short.
got choices here.
Right, I think he's going to go off the right side of the red into the short, long,
Yeah.
and either directly into the white or back up.
It's
into
funny
it
how
off
he chooses this. He can play the shot off the white the same way.
It's a better angle this way.
Right, right.
I think he can control the red ball a little bit better.
Uh-oh.
A little too cautious.
Yeah.
Oh. Ertan's surely deadly at this shot. Missed that one by a mile.
Yeah, he wanted to hit long rail first, correct?
Correct.
And then come around 3 rails in, 4 rails in.
He actually had an angle to just come straight down into the short rail, long rail, and up behind the
I
yellow.
saw that too. Yeah, I saw that too.
He would have had a lead. Had he missed, he would have presumably a fairly safe leave. And I'm surprised he didn't shoot that. That's one of his better
Specialties,
shots.
yeah.
Well, better shot for him. I mean, he's adept at it.
We've yet to see Alan score, but I have a feeling we're going to see that soon. So don't go anywhere, guys. Alan dropping in. What a shot that was, folks.
Yes, your prognostication was correct there, Daniel.
What a shot.
I think he'll... No. I would be surprised if he doesn't go off the red ball here, but he's kind of playing with potential kisses. I think he's... no, he's not going to try. He is going to do that.
He'll back up into this. Ooh, a little short.
I didn't think he would. There was a better shot with less opportunity for kisses. I think the other way, and certainly not anything. Maybe somewhat difficult, but not out of his
wheelhouse. I agree with you, actually. Isn't it interesting that when we're in the match, we make different decisions.
Mm-hmm. So it'll be a 5-rail lag. Looks like it's coming in just a tad short. Actually, it was a tad long, but a two-way shot.
Tung Nguyen leads 6-5 and shooting now against Joe D'Amato.
Great shot.
Oh no!
Missed by just
missed
the slightest.
Missed the red by a hair, didn't he?
Yes. It was actually it was a small hair actually.
A short and curly. How about that? Is this going to get there? Yeah,
yes.
It should get there.
He has an incredible feel. He has a gentle yet effective stroke that most of us could only pine for. Little
short.
Shot that a little faster than he typically plays.
It seemed like you know, like he's looking to develop or at least get into a rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
You know, or settling into his rhythm, but sometimes, you know, rhythm is not the way.
But it's a beautiful thing when it works.
Yes, it's true.
D'Amato's scoring over there, so it's at least tied at 6-6, but I'm not sure if he's on a run or if that was his first billiard.
Alan's just changed his mind here.
Alan's got interesting choices here.
He's playing thin underneath this.
He's actually going to go long, short, long, I believe. Oh, around the table.
No, he's playing out. Okay.
Oh, okay. I didn't think he had the room to do that. But
that's a good shot. That's a great shot. And what sort of position has he got here? Something's going on.
Yeah, cleaning the balls.
Oh, okay. Wants to clean the ball.
Have you heard any comments on the balls? This is
I've heard nothing. It's the first time I've seen a ball get cleaned. Everything. I mean, you know, I've heard nothing but good things about the balls.
It's a new manufacturer.
Dynaspheres.
Dynasphere.
Yeah.
Dynaspheres. Are they new to the market? I've never seen them before.
Yeah, they are. You can go to dynaspheres.com, find out more about these balls. I personally have very little time to research Dynaspheres. But from what I can see, there's not a lot of complaints. And if you're looking for Dynaspheres, you want to get a set. Look at this shot.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to get a set of balls, you can actually ask Mason. I think he's willing to let the balls that he has here go at a discounted price.
I've heard that, but
looking for Dynaspheres.
If your existing set of balls is due for replacement, which is supposed to happen about once every year, it would be a good time to look into that. Last year, I know when what was the balls that were used last year? They were new to the market, but I think that Cyclops balls.
I believe that company folded.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I definitely liked them, but they went away. So, but there were some gripes about those balls, but I've not heard a thing on this entire tournament. Look at this shot. I think it's off a tad, but 4-3, Ertan leads Alan in 6 innings. Alan doesn't have much of an opportunity here that I can see, but I'm sure there's something there, and he's looking forward to executing. Tung Nguyen is currently leading Joe D'Amato 9-8 on the board, and I believe he's on a run of at least 2 in 7 innings.
Well, Alan tried to sneak that his ball underneath the red and unsuccessful. Didn't have a lot of room to do that. Kind of like trying to force the issue, but
I think that was somewhat of an example of Ertan's ability to play defense.
So maybe a chink in Allen's armor.
Tung Nguyen was on a run. He now leads Joe D'Amato 13-8.
Yeah, Allen's really going to have to come with a few runs here.
Well, he's only down by 2.
Yeah, I understand that, but I mean, it's like you said, Ayrton has a tendency to play pretty defensive.
Wow.
Kind of wide open now, huh? Playing all over the place.
I want to say good morning to Fred Lammers in Minneapolis. I'm sure he's on the edge of his seat waiting for the Vikings to play today. And I don't know exactly what time that game is, whether it's an afternoon or a night game, but it's going to be well attended, I'm sure.
We have some questions in the chat room about how to play 3 cushion, and they're confused because some guys, they seem to hit the yellow first and the red first, or the white first and the red first. Basically, for those who are new to the game, you have a selected cue ball throughout the whole match. So, for example, Ertan TARHAN is hitting the white ball right now. So that is his cue ball for the entire match.
Correct.
Okay, and the object of the game is to hit both balls just the way he did. However, a collision of 3 cushions must occur between one of those 2 balls being hit and the other ball being hit. So there must be 3 cushions that occur within that collision of 2 balls.
Your cue ball must contact 3 rails before it 3 or more rails before it contacts both object balls.
Right.
And
so
your
you can hit the red ball or the yellow ball first with your cue ball. And likewise, your opponent with the yellow ball as his cue ball can hit the white ball or the red ball first, as long as there are three cushions and a collision with that second ball.
Your opponent's cue ball becomes an object ball when you're at the table.
Yes. Yeah. So spectators confused as to why is this guy hitting the red and then hits the yellow, or vice versa. It's
thank you, Fred.
Trust me, if they only had one ball to hit, that's a good shot. If they only had one ball to hit, their choices would be so much more limited. Could you imagine if your cue ball was the white and you could only hit the red? Oh my goodness.
So you mean you'd always have to carom your cue ball off
the red only,
okay.
or some other example, some other iteration of that? That would just be a nightmare.
Well, maybe it's a
It's a good way to practice, maybe.
Maybe it would be a new
way to play.
A new version of billiards game.
Yeah. A new way to handicap. Who knows?
Well, people seem to be looking for things. I'm hearing a lot about
new ideas
about the chip tournament. There's another name for it as well, but I think you get the point. Where actually Madison's going to experiment with that next weekend with
really?
Club members only, and we may do one in July.
Well, good.
In lieu of another open. To change things up a bit.
I do like the shootouts. Those shootouts. Those.
No, I don't. Unless you were talking about the same thing with a different name.
What is that? What are those sudden death tournaments? It's kind of like the ring game format where you have like.
That's what we're talking about. The same thing.
The chip tournament.
Yeah, everybody starts with X amount of chips or points or dollars or whatever.
Yeah.
And when you're out of chips,
you're out of the tournament game.
Yeah. Actually, if somebody has some printed rules, we at the Madison Billiard Club would like to
need them.
Yeah, if you could email them to me at ge@gebroker.com, would be very interested in seeing what's available out there as far as rules for chip tournaments or whatever name you have for them. Well, Alan's scored one, I believe.
Going for a second. It looks a little off, though.
Yeah, it just drifted off a little bit with the extreme English. Joe D'Amato seems to be stuck on 8.
It's 6-3.
Joe D'Amato seems to be stuck on 8 in the other match.
Against Tung. And Tung is taken off, isn't he? 15-8?
Right, in 12 innings.
Make that 16. We just heard the hit from Ertan TARHAN.
And he scores.
And he got the billiard. 7-3.
Nice D shot down the table. Freddie, I'm not surprised.
I think he's going back and forth here. He's got to be careful not to hit the red with the white.
English down. And
that's good. It's a good shot. Dropped in nicely.
He does that shot very well.
So he didn't have a lot of room to do it either.
The hardest part for me on that shot is avoiding the kiss in the middle of the table. They seem to want to come back. You have to get just that little bit. The yellow, your cue ball has to come off at a bit of an angle
He's in good position here.
Mm-hmm. He'll go around the table 4 rails. 3 rails. Another drop-in shot. Long rail, short rail.
Uh-oh.
Defense.
Lost focus, I think, on that shot.
No, he was playing defense.
You think?
Because he would usually hit that with much more authority.
You got a tip of the hat from Lupe Cruz. Hi, Gary Eakey.
Hi, Lupe. Thanks for selling me that cue. It's been doing wonders for me. I missed the finals by only 10 points. Another person we hope to see in Madison. He's a 2-time champion there out of the 4 tournaments that we had. Maybe he and Craig Powers, I believe, are the only 2 that have won that the Madison tournament so far.
Yeah. I don't know how to avoid that kiss.
Neither do I. Shoot a different shots. I'm able to figure it out.
I mean, I'd love to hear somebody, suggest an alternate shot or an alternate way to shoot that shot.
The only thing I've been able to make work occasionally is to make sure that when you strike the object ball, that ball goes straight up and down the table.
Yeah.
You get any angle on
help.
it. You get any angle on that on that first object ball, and it will find your cue ball coming around and interfere.
Sure. So like you just got to drive through it more.
Yeah, you have to drive it down and kind of maybe stutter step your cue ball just a tad to avoid the path of collision. But that's a work in progress.
Check in from Sucker Run Mike. He says, another great stream, Daniel. Thanks. Hey, thank you. Thank you for watching. Don't forget that thumbs up, guys. Leave us a thumbs up and be a part of the movement that promotes 3-cushion billiards by giving us a thumbs up. Well, you think thin off the left side of the white is the shot? Or drop in, another drop in shot.
I think he's going to try to come in short because he has to drive the white ball in between the corner and the red ball. And to do that, I believe he has to come short. Well, he cut it even farther than that, but he did get too long.
He got there.
He's too long.
He got there. He got there.
Just snuck it out. Must have hit a piece of chalk, otherwise I'd have been right.
Yeah. Got a good sense of humor, Gary.
Yeah.
No, it looked good to me. It looked good to me. Even though it barely hit, it did look good to me.
I think he's going to just try for 3 and come in behind the white. But I don't know if he can get the angle off of that or not. I thought he'd jack up.
I haven't seen one person hit this right yet. It's such a hard shot.
And you still have it. He could have, if he would have jacked up just a little bit. But,
Yeah, but he didn't. It's so hard to see, you know. It's really so hard to see when you're close to a ball like that. It takes a special kind of eye to be able to see those shots. I mean, I have to. That's what I'm going with. That's my story. Oh, Ayrton.
That was
Came close, but not close enough.
I think that just had to be a bad hit for him because he hits that shot so well. It just dropped down too soon on him, and that's unusual.
Checking in on the East Coast, Joe D'Amato now trails Tung Nguyen. Tung Nguyen is up 17-10 against Joe D'Amato.
Joe's at the table.
He played a good billiard.
Nice rail first.
Yeah, and Alan Castillo, meanwhile, has just missed. Relinquishes the table to Ertan.
It's still a nail biter early in the match.
Yeah, it is pretty early.
Ertan leads 8-6 in 14 innings, so nobody's running away with it at the moment.
So good. This is a good opportunity actually for Ayrton. Should be okay. He can string a few points together here.
Yeah, so deadly on those. I think he'll come around short again off the right side of the yellow and up behind the red.
Tom Neal checks in the chat room, says, fabulous stream, though, folks. Thanks to all involved, mostly the Casino del Sol for their investment in the billiard and pool community. You got that right. The Casino del Sol has been supporting pool and billiards now for almost 10 years. And we are blessed to be a part of that movement here in Arizona at the Casino del Sol, one of the best resorts, independent casino resorts that I've ever been to.
Ertan scores 2 and has a great position and great position for another position.
Except for that, Gary.
Yes.
Foiled by the red.
Shot it a little faster than I thought he might.
Again, right.
Joe D'Amato's clawing his way back in over there. Say hello to James Bishop, if I may.
Absolutely.
And, another traditionalist in the Rushville tournaments. Hopefully to see him in Madison soon. Tough competitor. This should be a score for Alan. This is a fairly easy shot for him.
You're right.
Leave wasn't ideal, but I think he can come around on 3 rails and If he chooses to go off the white, he has to hit it very hard so it comes off sharply and not into the red. And that's what, then you lose a little control on the yellow. Well done.
Yes.
D'Amato continues to make his move over on table 6. Now the score is at least 17-15. Mr. Wynn.
Nice natural there from Alan.
Joe scored, so he's continuing to shoot.
Yep, yep. Joe D'Amato steps aside for Ramses Verlinden, who's also playing Craig Powers. They are at 15-16. Ramses leads by 1. Back to Alan Castillo. Ooh, he wants to he wants to make sure.
Mm-hmm.
That's the kiss he was worried about. 2 ways.
So how did he miss it, Daniel?
I don't know how he drove into it. He tried to drive into it, right?
What did he do? What did he do?
Well, I don't know. Was that luck? I mean, was that like hit and hope?
I think he had his fingers crossed when he shot.
I'll tell you, he's tied up the match.
Mm-hmm.
He's putting in the work. That's for sure.
I think he's anticipating a 3-rail lag.
I think he's got no choice here. He's playing the yellow, so this has to be a real good one, though, because you don't have much room to miss here.
No.
This is, put it this way, I wouldn't want to be shooting this shot, that's for sure.
If you know your numbers, your numbers, it's not that hard.
Wow. Yeah, but the thing is he didn't look like he was counting. You know, he didn't look like he measured much of a system there at all.
They all have, whether they say they have a system or not, we all have something that.
Yeah.
It may not be the ones that's in the books, but you've got your system, your comfort level, name it what you will.
Alan's off and running.
And what's the score? I mean, how many has he run?
12-10. He's on a run of 6, I believe.
Okay.
Unless I've counted wrong and it's 5, but I think it's 6. Another one.
Mm-hmm. No.
Oh, short.
Oh, got him.
So Alan takes a 2-point lead here against Ertan. He's really kind of
Is he going to come short, or
putting the screws on him?
Ertan's going to hit it hard off the right-hand side of the red and could come around 3 rails. And
he's long or short.
No. Long. And Fred Lammers challenges Lupe.
In the chat room.
Apparently Fred got a fair amount of money for Christmas he's willing to gamble with. And that by no means means that he has to lose it.
If you're thinking of something to do with all that Christmas money, POV Pool will greatly appreciate any donations.
There you go.
To help us with our live streaming efforts via PayPal, povpool@gmail.com.
All right. Well, glad I could help you segue into that.
Yeah, exactly.
Joe D'Amato has almost caught Tung Nguyen, 17, 16, and 23, and Tung is now at the table. First inning.
Woo!
Okay, Geraldine, who are you picking in that matchup?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's a nice shot.
It is.
That's good billiard.
But, it's one I would probably personally never see. I would have shot it differently, but once you got to the long rail, it was a big ball. The point was a big ball. How's Craig doing with Ramses? He was down quite a bit. It looks like he's sneaking back in.
Yeah, Ramses Verlinden is still ahead, 18-15 against Craig Powers. 30 innings.
Actually,
16 to 18.
Yeah, he just came back to the table. So
Joe D'Amato is, he's putting it in. He's trying to fight back. It's now 17 to 18. Tung Nguyen only ahead by 1 point. That's not much. And we've got some close matches here.
I have to believe that that Craig is trying to would love to avenge that previous match in the preliminaries where he lost on the hill to Ramses.
And that's a good billiard from Alan, who is going to continue the pressure campaign.
Correct. I think he'll go 3 rails short into the red.
Yeah, he's in good position here, actually.
He might have to come pick up a 4th rail before the red in order to avoid the kiss.
Right. Yeah.
Or having the so the white ball doesn't knock the red out of the way either. Going,
Yeah.
Going
If he hits the
going
white,
in or going out.
if the white goes to the short rail, he could do that. If he can sneak the white past the red to the long rail, he should be all right.
I agree. That's
Oh, wait, he's going in between Z's.
Okay. Why not make it? Why not make it interesting, Dan?
Why not make it the third way, which is the way I didn't even want to call because I didn't think he would do that. Wow.
He's only playing Ertan, so why not to have some fun?
Yeah, yeah. Turn me into a liar. This is a good shot, too.
Mm-hmm.
Alan's picking him away.
Seems odd he only has a 2-point lead. But, plus, what are you scoring this inning?
Alan went for the Nationals last year and didn't do too well. And it was shortly after he won the amateur championship.
This is an interesting shot selection. He's trying to come up behind the red.
Is he ticking off the red?
I believe so.
Yeah. Yep. And it looks pretty good. A little bit long.
I think that one, the longer you can play it, the better your chances.
Uh-huh.
But I don't know for sure.
How about that defense, though? Yes, I did just say between Z's.
Is that a problem? That's a word.
I hope that's okay. I hope that's okay.
Use that all the time.
It's like in the Urban Dictionary, isn't it?
Yeah, something like that.
Look at this one.
Uh-huh.
Well, it's like you said. If you know your systems well, those shots are not that hard.
Mm-hmm. Ertan saying not so fast.
Yeah, not so fast, buddy.
I think he's going to have to lag again here. I don't know what would be a better shot.
This reminds me of that shot that Craig Powers had, remember, earlier? But Craig could see the red.
Pay attention, folks. We're going to see a masse around the table.
That looks good.
Mm-hmm. Nothing to it.
Nothing to it. Just to do it. Off the red, dropping in. No, he's playing rail first.
Rail first, and then going to come up
and
real
around,
real high. He got too far down on the long rail.
He hit the red too thick. No.
No, he hit it too thin.
Yeah,
he hit it too thin.
Yeah.
He had to hit at least the center diamond on a long rail in order to have a chance. Have to get the angle.
Well, okay.
Did not leave much for
Alan.
Like Joe and Wynn are still battling it out there. 18-17.
Tight race over there. Very tight race. Joe D'Amato just missed.
And they're going to take a break.
17-18 in 25 innings. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I see the flip chart moving.
Oh.
23-18. Hello.
So Joe just ran 6. And
go Massachusetts.
Kung says, "Let's go take I got to think about this."
Yeah, that's what. Now, what just happened here, Alan? Alan just imploded on that shot.
Yeah, the whole thing kind of blew up on him.
All right.
You know, it's refreshing to see
23-18. That's good.
It's refreshing to see. Very refreshing to see a player of Alan's caliber do that once in a while. It gives me hope.
You're so mean.
Well,
kind of reminds me of
we're human, so.
My purpose in life in my 20s was to serve as a warning to others.
Yeah. Okay. This is going to be a nice four-railer by Ertan. Has to come in long. I'm not sure he's done that.
I think he's too long.
Well,
or too short.
I thought he was going to play it on the four to
on the
five
fourth
rail.
cushion. Yeah, but then you're looking at the kiss and the yellow.
You think? I don't
Kinda.
know. I don't know. I don't think he had to worry about that, but apparently he did, and he did. Where's Craig Powers here?
Craig Powers,
Ooh.
19-20. Craig trails by 1 point.
But he's at the table.
And he's at the table.
What can he do?
With a fairly a makeable shot. Shoots it a tad long, and Ramses is going to come to the table. Yeah. It's 20-19 over there.
His
Meanwhile,
short shots are
what
usually
just happened?
He missed it. Alan missed a hard shot. Long rail, didn't dive down in time.
Wesley Sowers says, nice run of 6. I guess he's talking about Joe D'Amato.
Mm-hmm.
What is the high run for this event? Well,
as far as we know, it was 10 on the preliminaries.
In the preliminaries, the high run was 10. For the finals, I think Joe's run might be the high right now, a run of 6. I haven't seen anything higher or been told of anything higher. Maybe Geraldine can find out from Ricky if there's anything higher than a run of 6. If there's anything higher than a run of 6 in the finals. Joe D'Amato just got a run of 6.
Ertan missed a shot that he would typically make, but he didn't miss by much.
Well, Alan wants to play this shot, but it's not easy because the cue balls, the white ball's frozen to the rail, it looks like.
I think he's going to pound around long rail, short rail, long rail, and come back out that way. Huh?
No,
it was hard to get that short from that far down on the long rail with the object ball.
Yeah, and he didn't play a very. It wasn't a very safe shot for him either.
No. But players that have no respect for me would have played it the way I called.
It's possible Castillo also has a run of 6. Well, we need to find that all out.
I think Ertan will end up going this way, left off the red, short, long.
Well, that should back in, and he's good. Meanwhile, also Tony Din and Tung Nguyen, or not, Tony Din and Peter Nguyen are grinding out I believe, for 7th, 8th. Tony Din is ahead 20-18 against Peter Nguyen.
That's in 34 innings, 35.
Yes. Both players looking a little dejected, actually.
I think
struggling a bit with the table, with the...
I think Craig Powers may have picked up a point or two here.
Craig Powers is still trailing by 1 point against Ramses Verlinden.
Okay.
Ramses is up 21-20.
D'Amato and Wynn are back at it, and Wynn misses on a short rail.
Rams has just picked up a point, so it's 22-20 now against Craig Powers. So Ricky Caronco just tells us that Alan Castillo got a run of 7 against Ramses Verlinden in the last match. So
that's the high.
That would put Alan at 7 for the high runs so far in these final rounds. But we did get a run of 10 from Paul Feltman Jr. in the prelims, and a run of 9 from Craig Powers in the prelims. Thanks, Geraldine, for your research. Thank you for doing your research.
Ertan continues to struggle just a tad. Alan, I believe, is going off the left side of the white. Take a trip around the table. Oh. Better shot. Bigger ball, not big enough.
Not easy to miss that.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, I mean, from where he was, he hit it pretty good.
No, I agree. I agree. D'Amato, I think I might have lost a tip over there. He's changing his shaft.
Really?
He's changing his shaft. That's a.
Uh-oh, that can be brutal in the middle of a match, especially
Right.
a match of this fortitude. Airtime.
The fellow that's down there doing cue repair or whatever tells me he can put a tip on in 10 minutes. So
Jude Hammond? Yeah, I know. I've known him for 15 years.
is that right?
He's
a cool guy. I had a lot of fun with him.
He's put tons of tips on for me.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with him last year, and
he's from Southern California, so
I bought $1 million tip from
Hector.
From Hector, and I had put on a spare shaft. I have not used it yet, but Jude did that for me. And, he likes to collect $20 bills.
Yeah, I'm sure he's got a pretty good collection.
Yeah, Joe was tinkering with his tip there, so his new shaft. So.
Well, this could change things.
That's
never want to go.
He's ahead 24-19. That's a good part, but boy, that can be a real psychological blow.
Yes, it can.
The bounty, Geraldine?
Did we lose our guys? Did they take a break?
I see 2 cues. I do not see 2 people. So
okay. So that being said, let's toggle over real quick. See how Joe D'Amato is doing with that new shaft.
He missed his first shot with it, or his first attempt. Tong has now scored 1.
He scored the one when we switched the camera, so he at least has 1. So we can assume that it's at least 20 to 24. Ramses Verlinden, as you see in the foreground, he's playing Craig Powers, and he's now up 25 to 20 against Craig Powers.
Okay. 2024 is the D'Amato match. D'Amato's got a lag. Three rails. This confuses me. I don't know whether to come in a little bit long or a little bit short. And either way, you get the kiss out if you're just a hair off. But Joe knew what to do. And he scores. This is going to be a hairy shot. I think he'll end up. No, he's going to jack up. I'm kind of surprised he doesn't try to double the short rail. I guess he did, not the way I would have done it though.
Well, meanwhile, players are back to our main feature table. Score still 16 apiece, guys, at 21 innings. We have ourselves a little bit of a grind going on between these two players, battling it out for a chance to play in the finals. Remember, folks, this is the quarterfinals of the Carom B Championship, the amateur championship event, brought to you by 3cushionusa.org. And if you want to participate in these events, you should join 3Cushion USA at 3cushionusa.org.
So, Fred, who do you think will catch a gear first?
Well, judging by that shot, it wasn't Allen.
No, but it's not.
There was some defense in mind there.
I think so. This wasn't the most endearing shot for Ertan. He glanced at the sky.
at the billiard gods.
Yeah, kind of a why me moment.
Asking why.
Tong Nguyen is clawing back a tad. He's now within 4 points of Joe D'Amato. Joe's at 25-21.
Ayrton's trying to play a good bank shot, which I like this shot, actually. Missed.
He wanted to come sharply off that red and hit. Well, that was not a gimme there, Daniel.
It was but the white was going toward the yellow.
Well, but he only had 2 rails. He had to get the 3rd rail behind the white.
That's true.
And he didn't hit it hard enough to come off sharp enough, in my opinion.
You're right.
I initially thought he was trying to hit go 3 rails, hit the yellow first, or hit the white first, and carry him off into the red, but that was a tough angle.
What do we have here?
So is Craig Ninn at the table for a while? He was going to reverse off the long rail, I believe.
Boy, you need a lot of speed to make that shot happen.
Mm-hmm. He needed a couple more Cheerios this morning, and he would have had that.
Some more Wheaties.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're neck and neck, guys. 16 apiece in a 30-point game.
23-25. Craig Powers against Ramses. Craig is down 23-25.
Everywhere we look, it's a close match. 23-25 between D'Amato and Tung Nguyen.
Well, that's so unusual in the finals, isn't it?
Excuse me. Wow. Ayrton came up short there.
Joe D'Amato just made a point at the ultimately last second and increment of revolution. What do we got going here with Allen?
He's playing, it looks like, twice around the table here.
I think so.
Thin off the white.
There's a danger of the kiss and the red out.
There's a couple things going on with this shot. Yep.
But if you put
Oh,
the red,
look at this.
if you put
Wait
the,
a minute.
Oh, if you would have put the red back where it belonged.
No, that was a lot of. That's a tough shot.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he wasn't, wasn't looking at a gimme.
Ramses just Sapo's went in.
Sapo, lucky.
Mm-hmm. Which gives him at least 2 more points.
Shouldn't be any problem for Tarhan here.
No, this he rarely misses a short
Yeah.
rail. But he.
What? Wow.
D'Amato.
I mean,
25.
I don't want to say he took it for granted there, but.
No. D'Amato, 25, 23 from Tung Nguyen. 30 innings. Joe's at the table. Craig Powers at 23. Ramses is on the hill.
That might be a tad long. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And all right, I think Tarhan's got this now.
I think he's got to follow it around the table. I don't think he can just cut for the angle.
He should find the corner. He should find
Tarhan
the
corner. Yeah. See, I got to remember that you can actually hit balls that thin. And
yeah, he's all right. This shot requires a little effort, though.
Fred, to answer your question, it appears that half the Packers are on the injured list. So, from what little I've been able to follow. But the Packers like ugly wins, as you know. I have no idea what he's trying to do here. And that's a shot that I'm not sure I've ever seen before or would ever know existed.
I think he even just hit that center ball pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Maybe a quarter tip above
seeing
center.
it, I know what he's trying to do.
Yeah, holding up a little bit.
Yeah. And no matter what, it was better than getting that yellow ball out of the off the rail and out of the corner.
Yeah.
Back to the defense. I think Allen has this.
Yeah.
So He ties it up at 17. Joe D'Amato's on the hill and coming around and scores the winning point. And they've been on 30 innings for about
unbelievable
8 innings, so I don't know exactly how many innings that match was, but Joe D'Amato wins and advances into the semifinal.
Joe D'Amato.
Or is this that's a final match?
This is for the finals. Yeah, Joe D'Amato waits to play the finals.
Alan Castillo scores again.
Yeah. And Ramses Verlinden defeats Craig Powers 30-25, which puts Craig Powers at 7th, 8th, and Ramses in a spot for the playoff for 5th, 6th, or 5th, 6th. He just automatically gets 5th, 6th, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, yeah. Another billiard for Allen. Run of 3.
Making his move. He's 2 points in the lead, 19-17 in 25 innings.
We appreciate all you viewers watching today. If nothing else, please leave us with a thumbs up, or come in with a thumbs up if you like billiards, 3-cushion billiards. Simply click the thumbs up icon just below the video window there and help to promote pool and billiards in the United States.
Before this is all over, I want to say say hello to my lovey in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, Joey, and to my daughter in Oostburg, Wisconsin, Julie.
There you go.
I would not be forgiven if I failed to make that acknowledgement.
So Ramses and actually Ramses and Craig. Craig gets 6th place and Ramses is 5th place.
Okay.
The winner between Tung Nguyen and Peter Nguyen are in contention for 7th and 8th place. And the score over there right now is 22-20.
Ertan.
Tony Din and Peter Nguyen.
Ertan just makes a very nice drop-in shot and ever so slightly touches the red to score. Needed a magnifying glass in order to see the red move, but the score was there nonetheless. Now he has a fairly easy round the table, which there was that kiss we were talking about. How do we avoid?
Yeah.
He didn't avoid it on this shot.
So I haven't learned yet.
Well, Ertan knows how to miss it. It's just that he didn't execute properly that time. I believe this was likely to go off. I believe that Allen will likely go off the right-hand side of the yellow or the white. But he may try to double the rail if he's feeling real confident.
I don't like doubling the rail here.
I
think
wouldn't. I think
it's too far off the rail.
Yeah, he's doing the better shot here. It's a little tricky when you're this close to the long rail. It's easy to come up short.
Yeah, because you can't dig in.
Yeah, or if you do dig in, you may hit
too much.
The second long rail first, and miss the corner. You come up short in the corner. So it's a nice. Just let it flow. Not too much English. I think
That's
he's
good.
got to go. I think he might be a little bit.
Oh, he got help.
Yeah, that's the.
That is Sapo, my friend.
Yeah, no, he had missed the shot. That was a gift.
I hope Alan. Did Alan raise his hand at least?
Yes, he did.
Okay,
Yes,
good. Sorry, not sorry.
Interesting what he might do here. Clearly, all I can see is going around the table on 3 rails.
Well, it looks like I think maybe Tony Din defeated
Nice shot, Alan.
defeated Peter Wynn over there.
That would be the assumption looking at the scoreboard.
Yeah, Tony Din won that match, 30-22, closing it out with a run of 4. So, final results for these guys is that Ramses now has to play Tony Din, and Craig has to play Peter Wynn.
Alan Castillo is at the table, has a run of 2, puts him ahead 21-18, 26 innings. And he is kissed out. Just 1 second.
Sure. High possibility of hitting this billiard. It's a good shot.
Sorry, I had to step away. What happened?
Ayrton's on a run of 2. It's now 20-21.
Okay, great.
And still shooting.
Fast Eddie, how you doing? Talking to some friends of yours here at the tournament, and glad that you're still in the game. Sorry I had to leave. I had to corral Paul Frankel there. I need to make my airline reservation after I'm done up here with you. And
oh, well, you're not leaving. You're just stepping away. That's all right.
So
no big deal.
I have to email my reservation to him so I can print it out here.
Understood, sir. Boy, this is tough.
No, not really. He hit that with a little more high than I thought he would have.
Yeah.
I think he needed a little more center stroke.
I feel like when you're at close quarters with the ball you're hitting, it's a lot more difficult to really get that angle correct.
Correct.
When you're coming in at that angle, because at that close proximity, because the speed of your stroke affects it changes the trajectory of the shot.
And you had to get a lot of that ball, but the more of it you got, increased the chances it was going to get in your path and kiss you out on your way to the long rail. The second long rail. Big
shout out also to Edwin Freeman, Fast Eddie, and Jim Shovak. Hi.
Jim Shovak. Who's Jim Shovak?
Yeah, who's that guy? Where you been, buddy?
He was here last year, right?
He was. I'm shocked that he didn't make it this year.
And as I recall, he played very well. He made the finals, I think, didn't he?
Yeah, I think it was Jim and Alan. in the finals. Now it looks like it's going to be Joe D'Amato versus one of these guys for the finals.
Well, it's definitely Joe D'Amato.
Yeah, it's definitely Joe D'Amato. He defeated Tung Nguyen.
And actually, it's one of these guys, too.
Right. I said, yeah, versus one of these guys.
I know.
We know that for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, we miss you, Jim Shovak.
Is this Ertan's first shot?
I believe so, yes. Yeah, Alan just flipped the inning chart.
Okay.
The white was chasing the red there.
I predict Alan may need an extension, but I am thinking he's going to go around the table off the left-hand side of the white. Oh, he can reach it. The fear here is the yellow or the white ball is going to come back over and kiss the red out.
Right, move the red away.
And you can work with that if you know how, but
he hit it with a lot more angle though. So
right.
This is good. He's in.
Not necessarily. Okay.
What? Not necessarily.
Well, I thought the red ball was a little farther.
You want to play some later?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I do.
I bet you do. Don't you have a flight to catch?
Tomorrow.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Yeah, that was in all the way. I didn't see any chance of that missing.
A tricky shot here. He's going to come in behind the
behind the white. Yeah. Behind the white. Oh, oof. He hit it terrible. Something happened there with his stroke.
You know, looking at that shot, I knew that's what he was going to play, but he might have been better off going around the table.
Jim Shovak says, I'm playing stronger this year. It's too bad I didn't make it. I know it is. It's okay. You don't have to, you don't have to give us your excuse. But
yeah, talk is cheap.
We do miss you, buddy. We do miss you. And we miss you even more that you're playing stronger. All right, so Ayrton. Ayrton. He's playing.
Right.
Off the outside of the yellow.
I have.
Is he dropping?
I can only
somehow?
imagine he was going to try to drop
Drop
it
in. Yeah.
And he didn't do it, but he had a bad angle for that shot.
I didn't think it was a good angle either.
But he had a good angle for a good leave. So defense, from a defensive perspective, I think it worked.
This match is far from over, folks. We're in the last leg of this match, but it's not anywhere near over. That's the thing about it, any one of these guys could break out with a couple.
Okay, Joe D'Amato's in the finals. We know that. So who fares
against Joe out of these two?
Well, yeah. Let's say if Alan wins, who wins between Joe and Alan? Or if Ertan wins, who wins between Joe and Ertan?
Well, I have to tell you that Joe D'Amato has surprised me to the fullest extent at this event. So I have to give credit where credit's due. And no matter which one of these opponents Joe plays, I think that Joe is a contender. He may win. I think he's going to have the hardest time playing Ayrton, though.
Not the way Ertan has played this match so far. I mean,
Well, yeah, but he's playing Alan. Alan's got his number, kind of.
Yeah, but he's made some glaring mistakes that Ertan is seldom makes, no matter who he's playing. In my opinion, I don't. We live on opposite ends of the country, but I've seen him play quite a bit.
Yeah. But I have to just, I have to say that Joe D'Amato has made a believer out of me.
Oh, I agree. I have not taken anything away from Joe. Hopefully that's not the impression.
Get a random thank you from somebody.
Apparently, Shovak doesn't think I'm doing a very good job.
I think Shovak, what? Oh, no, Shovak's not criticizing you.
Oh, okay.
He says, I miss commentating with you. I miss commentating with you too, Jim.
I'm just throwing a jab at
I don't know. I don't know what you're getting sensitive, sir.
No, Jim and I throw forks at each other.
Oh, all right, I see. Yeah, and I have to.
First, look at that.
Oh, that's a good hit. That's a good hit.
The race was on.
I also have to say that I was impressed by Paul Feltman Jr. and Sr. at this event. I thought they played pretty good.
Senior's health has improved from the last two. I remember the first one or two tournaments, he could hardly walk around the table. He certainly couldn't stand erect.
Well, he had a hip replacement, he had a full hip replacement, but he was stubborn to get it done too.
Right.
And finally, push came to shove. He got the hip replacement. He's doing much better now.
Absolutely. New lease on life.
Welcome back to Ivan, to Dave Gross, James Bishop.
So what's the shot here? A time shot?
I think he's going around the table here. Oh my God. I thought he was just going thin off the white. Wait a minute. Did he get the billiard?
He apologized, and Ertan acknowledged it. I'm not sure I saw it, but I got a little bit of the screen here in the way. So I was looking at the table instead of...
I did not see that billiard. Anybody in the audience see that billiard?
Oh, there it was. Way down yonder. And here comes another one. So, what's the run?
Run of 2, I believe.
I think it's 3.
Is it 3? Okay.
Don't take my word for it, but I think it's 3. Right up. The yellow comes up off the rail.
Oh, yeah. Okay. He smiled. A little smug look on his face when he smiled.
Now see,
hold on now. This is a nice little run he's putting together here.
No, he apologized there, and I'm not sure exactly why. I mean, he missed the kiss, but
is this 4 now?
You'd think he'd intend to miss the kiss. So why would he apologize if he missed the kiss, regardless of how close it was?
Yeah.
So, congeniality run amok.
Your daughter said, "Thanks for the shout out, Dad."
I knew my butt would be grass if I failed to say hi.
So I think he's on a run of 4. That would put him at 27. or 20. If he's on a run of 5, he puts him at 27. I think he's on 5. And
well, it's 5 or 6.
He's taken off, that's for sure. This is Ertan Castillo you're watching. He's the defending amateur champion in the United States. He won the title last year in the finals against Jim Shovak. This is the top 4 of a 48-player bracket you're watching right now. Winner of this match goes on to play Joe D'Amato.
We'll find out what the run is now.
He ran.
He's on the hill.
He ran 7.
He's on the hill.
Wow. Wow.
Well, I think Ertan has to get aggressive and go around long on this on the 5 rails. Well, he goes.
Oh, he's going up and down. That's a beautiful shot.
That certainly makes it a big ball, but
yeah,
again, that's my lack of experience knowing that.
That's like
shot.
Danny Sanchez shot, you know.
And here, I think it's the umbrella. Is that what it's called? +2.
Okay.
Although he may go long
off the red, yeah, +2.
Well, he can come to the short rail as well.
He's coming +2. Oh no, he's gone through the hole.
Kind of did a combination of both.
Oh. Alan's lips are smacking here. The Colombian samurai.
Ricardo?
Alan Castillo.
Oh, okay. The what samurai?
Colombians, because he's got the samurai hair.
Oh, okay.
No.
I see.
And he plays, and he still manages to play a nice defensive shot, doesn't he? Just
I didn't
kind of twist the knife a little bit.
I think that might have been all defense. I don't think he really had an angle to get down much closer to that.
You're right. You're right.
Ertan's got to take a whack at it, and if he misses,
that's actually very well hit.
It is, but it's a little long.
Very well hit, though.
And it leaves Alan the natural.
Yeah.
A Class B natural.
I think Ayrton's a little gutted right now. He wasn't expecting that run. That run of 7. Today's the last day of broadcast, folks. You're going to see the finals today, followed by an awards ceremony.
That's why it was a Class B natural. Now, this opens the door for Ertan.
Sure does.
He's got a 5 railer that is well within his capability. And more often than not, these will end up with position for the next point.
I think I've seen Ertan run 11 or 12.
I'm sure you have.
So he's no slouch. There's a reason why he's playing the top 4 right now.
Can you see?
Looks good.
The yellow.
No, it's fine. The yellow's fine.
No, I thought it was sneaking over there a little bit short, but
Yeah.
this has got to be over. I'm sure Alan will go off either off the short rail, long rail, short rail, or he will come long rail, short rail into the white, or he'll go around the table. But I can't imagine he would. If he's ambidextrous, no, he's, well, look at this, he's going to go.
He's trying to beat the kiss here past the white in time. I don't know about this shot. This is pretty ambitious, if you ask me. Unless he's going around the table. He might be drawing off this ball. I don't know about beating the kiss here.
Wouldn't be my choice.
Oh, he did.
Wouldn't be my choice.
And it's going. It's
I'm
going.
not sure. I'm not sure. Did it?
What a closer. Wow. What a shot that was. I guess he was not in the kiss zone.
We would have been.
Great shot, Alan.
Great shot.
Good
nice
closing shot. That was a great close. Congratulations to Ertan TARHAN for making it this far. I think he'll end up in a playoff match as well for 3rd, 4th, probably against Tung Nguyen. So that's it, guys. We've got a final match between Joe D'Amato and Alan Castillo. Gary, I want to thank you for spending some time with us here. Are you going to hang with us for the finals?
If I'm welcome to, I will. If not, that's fine too. I got things I can do, like watch the finals. So.
Well, I'm having a good time with you, Gary. So if you feel like staying, please do. We may be taking the 3rd place match first before we start the finals. Hold on. Great match, ladies and gentlemen. It is Alan Castillo and Joe D'Amato for the finals. I'm going to go and do some paperwork in the background, and we'll be right back. And we want to thank all of you guys for watching. So we'll be right back. Thanks, everyone.
Tung Nguyen, table number 6. Tung Nguyen, table number 6.